Hey, okay, so Aneta is the founder and CEO of Business Analysis School and also any consulting Inc. And Eno is the visionary behind what we have today, which is the Business Analysis School. She started her career as an accountant here in Lagos, Nigeria, went through a series of transitions. Okay, good to know that you know who Eno is. This is, at least somebody knows who Eno is, and you'll be following her. You know how inspiring she is. Yes, exactly. Thank you for that. So yeah, Emma is Emma started her career in accounting, and over the years she transitioned into business analysis, relocated to Canada, and has become a top leader in the space. So she has coached over 100,000 people, successfully transitioning into business analysis, and is also recognized as Canada's top most influential women in that space. So her pursuits is very, very well known in the space. She was the one that built the company, founded the company, and that's why we're here today. So our work is basically simple: is to carry out the mission, translate it into skills and tools, knowledge you can use to, grow yourself, become better, transition to data analysis or any tech career you desire, and just make the best out of it in 6 figures and as much as you want to, and just be the top leader you want to be in your space. Okay, so who are programs for? Our programs are for professionals looking to advance, or pivot or future-proof their careers. And also for individuals transitioning into business analysis as well, or data analytics, or AI-driven roles. Business owners, and entrepreneurs seeking to make smarter and data-driven decisions. If you're a graduate and you're here, you're in the right place to be, because as a graduate, sometimes you come out of school and you're still trying to find your feet, or you're trying to know where the career to pursue and all of that. So if you come to business analysis, you can get clarity based on your interest, your skills, your passion, your ambition, your desire. And, you build practical job-ready skills, and you also learn real-world applications as well. Also professionals who want to stay competitive and ahead in a revolving job market. So if you know, I'm sure most of you know that the job market evolves every time and every year that passes by. Now we're in an AI era, and that is why it's important you stay ahead by getting those skills to position yourself in a better place for opportunities, right? And also just anybody who is intentional about investing in skills and just remaining relevant beyond 2026, 2030, 2040, and all of that. So the business analysis school stays ahead to give you the direction, the knowledge you need to keep that going. So leveraging AI for career and business growth. How is AI transforming careers and businesses? So I'm sure a lot of you know what AI is. AI, artificial intelligence, is way beyond AI agents we popularly use, like ChatGPT, Claude, and all of that. It's actually shaping how work is done across industry. Now to ask a question, just so I know that we're following. I don't think we are aware at the time with the bank industry, there's a time when, if you have an issue with the bank, maybe say transfer, or you have an issue with an account, you would have to go to the bank to meet a customer service rep, and this can take hours. You go to the bank, there are a lot of people in the bank, so it takes you a while to meet the customer service rep who will now attend to you. I know that process was always monotonous, was always stressful, draining, but now we have AI agents integrated into bank softwares and services. So for example, you have systems like Leo in UBA. So you can have an issue with your account, you can have an issue with the transfer, and Leo, who is an AI agent integrated into UBA software, can respond to you and give you the solutions you need to, if it's to resolve that issue, if it's to clarify a delay or clarify any single issues you have in your account. We have AI agents, that support agents that respond to it immediately. So you don't have to, wait long hours now at the bank and all of that. So this is just an example of what AI would do for your business. It's an example of how AI has made lives better so far. And if you're interested in, leveraging AI to do some of these things and even more, you're in the right place. So if you're following, can I get a reaction? So I know we're all following. I might need to slow down a bit. But if you're here, you're active, just give me a reaction so that we can go ahead. I'm waiting. Reaction, guys. Let's react, please. So I know that we're all following. Thank you, Sunita. Thank you, Coach Praise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on. So AI serves as a powerful tool for enhancing efficiency, accuracy, and speed. So professionals and businesses that adopt AI strategically gain a clear competitive advantage. So if you're a business and you're not using AI, you lose out when your competition is using AI. It's not rocket science, it's that simple. The person with most advantage is the person that has the tools. The person with repetitive and time-consuming tasks, so tasks that will take you probably a week to do, maybe a whole business to do. You find that you can do it smarter and faster with AI, so you can get that job done in about 2 hours or even less. You can analyze large volumes of data with greater insights, right? You can support smarter, faster business decisions and improve your productivity without increasing your workload, which is very, very important to us as professionals. You know how cumbersome our workload can be, how exhausting it can be to stay on a task for hours. And now AI has been able to solve that for us. And we don't even need to move a muscle. We just need to know how to use it. That's how important it is. And it's not even complicated at the end of the day. All you need to do is to, stay focused, be ready to learn, and be fast, because AI also requires people that know how to adapt as well. So if you have this tool in your pocket, then you're good to go, definitely. So I'm going to give you a run through of the programs we have here in the Business Analysis School. So at BAS, we've summarized, basically bundled our programs into 3 different categories, right? So we know at the Business Analysis School, we focus on business analysis, our main core, but now we're now introducing AI. We have introduced AI into the world of business analysis and business strategy and so forth, and consulting as well, infusing the two together. So now you want to be a business analyst, you also get AI skills, you get strategy skills, you also end up a consultant, right? So these are the things we have done at the Business Analysis School. So let me explain to you. So we have 3 stages. We have stages for people who are early in their career. We have stages for people who are, halfway there, mid-career, and we have stages for people who are professionals, seasoned professionals who have stayed, who have years and years of experience, and now probably in leadership positions like C-suite managerial levels. So we have programs that are tailored to cater to those different needs. So we have the first tier, and this all fall under the CAAP, which is a Certified AI Accelerator Program. So the first tier is the build stage, and it's the Certified AI Business Analyst Program. So like I said, this empowers professionals who are early or mid-career to step confidently into AI-enhanced workplace by blending AI with business analysis fundamentals. So you get business analysis, you get AI, you get practical AI tools and application. You get to build your own AI agents. That's massive. Imagine building a tool like ChatGPT or an automation tool that you can integrate into your business or into your work. That's a very big deal. So these are kind of things you learn with these are kind of things you get when you start up your learning with at the build stage. So like the Certified AI business analyst stage, right? The second stage is the growth stage. So this is designed for mid-level professionals as well, ready to drive strategy in their organization. So you're in mid-level staff and you're ready to take it to the next level. You're ready to show your relevance, your skill, your expertise. You go from doing day-to-day, what's that word for, redundant tasks to, strategic tasks, right? Tasks that actually drive revenue, things that actually improve business processes, improve workflows, automate certain processes, make work easier for yourself, for stakeholders, for your clients, for your colleagues, and all of that. This tier is for you. You're going to take it to the next level. So you go from doing tasks and reporting insights to designing AI roadmaps and transforming frameworks. So you're going to redesign the systems that are in place already where you are and transform them to be better and bigger. And doing this, you get the recognition and all. So yes, it's also infused with business analysis as well. And then we have the AI part and other data analytics, product skills as well, different sectors, all covered. And the great thing is that you don't even need to know how to code. So these are no to low code skills that you earn at the end of the day. You don't need to code to be in tech, right? We've already established that you just need the skills. AI has even made it pretty much easy for us. You can just create your own website and you don't need to code. So these are some of the things you would be learning as well. Now, the last stage, which is the final stage, which is the skill stage, is for it's simple, senior professionals ready to monetize their consulting expertise, leveraging on all the knowledge you've had over the years, right? So now your top leadership, you have years, probably 10, probably 15 to 20 years, and you're ready to take your career to the next stage. Now you're ready to become a thought leader or a professional in that space, right? You're ready to become a consultant in that space. This program is for you. It's called Skill, because you're moving from one area to a bigger area. And you're the same. So you stay the same. You get everything in the first tier, you get everything in the second tier, and you get all of that when you decide to enroll for the third stage, which is the certified AI business consultant. So you're becoming an AI expert. You're becoming a thought leader in your space. You're becoming a consultant in that space. You're not just building processes now. You're building an outsourcing model. You're defining the systems at place. You're defining your team, your frameworks, and all of that. You're bringing in people you're establishing businesses that actually make sense, right? And count. So yeah, these are things that you get alongside other benefits as well. So I think you get when you decide to enroll for the AI consulting program. Okay, so these three programs are our major programs, like I said, and we have a couple of other programs that are infused into these programs, like the business analysis programs. I mentioned that already. So you get to do your certification prep classes, practical training, hands-on experience with business analysis. You also get career coaching as well. You present yourself as a career lord in your field. You also get courses like the AI core program, you get the data analytics, you get product management, you get freelancing program as well as specialized classes, workshops. And finally, part of our system, we always have the business analysis summits that come toward the end of the year. Okay. So this is the part I'm sure a lot of you are waiting for. If you have any questions, please, you can drop your questions in the chat and we'll take our time to respond to them, or somebody would, follow up with as well. So we'll just wait to take a few questions toward the end of the session, so we make sure that everybody is carried along. Okay, so now I'd just like to welcome and introduce you to our career coach, right? He's going to take us on a session today from profile to paycheck. Well, that's massive, that's big. So he's going to show us how to convert our LinkedIn profile to a paycheck, right? Who doesn't want that? So he's going to give us a live LinkedIn optimization session. And, I just want you guys to sit back because, we just want you to get value in this session before we continue. So sit back, watching closely and see if there are if you have questions, document them, write them down, and would attend to them as soon as possible, right? So let me go ahead and introduce Coach. So yeah, meet Coach Praise. Coach Praise is a dynamic career coach. He's a public speaker and trainer dedicated to helping individuals unlock their professional potential. In his role as a career consultant at the Business Analysis School, he guides students in strategically navigating their career path, and achieving measurable growth. With a passion for fostering clarity, confidence, and actionable results, he has supported countless clients in securing new opportunities, advancing in their fields, and building long-term success. Through the Best Analysis School, he delivers tailored career coaching and workplace training programs that equip both individuals and organizations to thrive in today's world. Okay, that's a very big introduction. So please help me welcome Coach Praise as he takes you on the session to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Welcome, Coach.
Hello everyone, good day. I need to confirm that you can hear me. So if you can hear me, I need you to just, let me see your reactions. Let me see, just put something in the chat. If you're excited about what we want to discuss today, thank you very much. If you're excited about what we're about to discuss today, we're going to be talking about turning your profile into a paycheck. Is that not amazing? Right. So just let me know. Let me see. I think we have about how many people? Is it 15 now on the call? I believe we can do better. Right. Let me just see those reactions. Let me see your comments. Thank you very much, Samuel. Thank you, Bumi. Thank you very much. Yes. So I mean, I will just go into what we have to discuss today. But before I move on, I would like to mention that, I believe one way or the other, you probably like click the link before getting into this webinar. So ensure that you pick up that link and share to your friends, your siblings, anyone you think should, be a part of this, because we're about to we're about to dive into something interesting. So you want to ensure that you also share to your friends and ensure that nobody is missing out. So let me just confirm, if you can see my screen, I want you to drop a chat, or just let me see your reactions, if you can see my screen. And of course, if you can't, please just let me know. Okay, Samuel just confirmed they can see my screen. Amazing, amazing. All right, so we'll just go into what we have to discuss today. From profile to paycheck, and like we have a subscript here, we're going to be having a live LinkedIn optimization session, which I believe that we can't wait to touch on. So I'm just going to go into my next slide. But before we go into that, I want to I want this to be as interactive as possible, right? So if you have a LinkedIn profile here, just, let me see your reactions. Just react if you have a LinkedIn profile here, or you can drop in the chat. We have about 14, 15, 16 people currently. So I just want to confirm if you have oh, amazing. Thank you, Kay. I need more reactions. I want to believe we have more people. Thank you, Oluwabumi. All right. I've not seen Samuel. I've not seen Sunita. All right. I just really want to be sure, because that's one of the things that we're going to be hitting deep on today. All right. Thank you, Sabo, for that. All right. So I want to believe that about 80% of us, thank you very much, good man. I want to believe about 80% of us here, have our LinkedIn profiles, right? I guess some people are scared. Maybe they probably think we want to spotlight them or bring up their LinkedIn profile on the screen. But no, we're not doing any of that. What we're doing basically today is knowledge sharing, and I'm just going to dive deep straight away. So, the tool LinkedIn is a professional networking platform, right, that connects individuals and organizations for career development. I'm just going to stop there. Gone are the days where I'm sure some of us must have seen some movies where someone just picks up their file or their folders or their application documents, and then they just hit the streets and then tell you, oh, they are going to get a job, they're looking for a job, they want to go and job hunt and all of that, right? In as much as that still happens, right? The good thing about technology is that you can now touch base with organizations both far and near, right? Even in countries you are not in, right? To get opportunities, right? So, and in big 2026, as a career professional, you cannot afford to be detached from that kind of system, right? So you want to ensure that what we'll be talking about today, you pay attention and you ensure that you put it to use. So business opportunities and knowledge sharing, right? So the three major uses of LinkedIn. Number one is networking, right? There are many of us that some people we've connected with on LinkedIn today. In your wildest dreams, or maybe even on a regular day, you may not be able to connect with those people, right? Because I know some of us can be very very used to staying at home. Some people don't like attending seminars or events or career development programs like that you get to meet these people. But good enough, technology has been able to help us bridge that gap, right? Such that you can connect with these professionals, right from the comfort of your home. And that's a beautiful thing. And then another thing is job search and recruitment. Of course, 20 years ago, where people have to, pick their folders or their application documents and get on the street and tell you they are looking for jobs all around, you can literally sit in the comfort of your home and get these opportunities, right? So I want to be sure that what I'm saying is not far from what we know. So I just want you to maybe just give me a reaction, if you've been able to get any form of opportunity, right, on online. It could be LinkedIn, it could be any media platform. All right, thank you, Sabo, for that. All right, I don't want to believe it's only Sabo that has gotten that. So is there anyone, it could be any opportunity at all? Thank you, Nathaniel. Right, thank you, Samuel. Okay, so amazing. So we've been able to establish the fact that you can get through to these opportunities, right from the comfort of your home. So distance is no longer, which is one of the things that we're going to be touching on today. So I'm just going to be giving you some metrics, right? And it says 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn, right? So how many of us know who recruiters are? If you know who recruiters are, just let me see your reactions. If you know who recruiters are, I want to be sure that what we're saying is not alien, right? So all right, amazing. Thank you, Friday. Right. So we all know who recruiters are, right? So, and one thing you want to understand is that according to these metrics, 90% of recruiters use LinkedIn. So in as much as your application document or your resume is good enough, these recruiters still get on LinkedIn to come and double check, right? Who you are, your personality, what kind of topics have you been engaging with, what's your network like, and every of that. So you want to ensure that you have a good professional presence, right? You don't want to be that person that you're handling LinkedIn anyhow, right? So, and that's one of the reasons why we're organizing this webinar, right? So another point to state is that a weak profile costs you interviews, right? Many of us have applied to companies, you've even sent follow up and all of that. But there are times when these recruiters get on your LinkedIn profile and then they see, what kind of profile you have, they see what you've been engaging with lately and all of that. And most times, it just gets to like turn them off, and then it costs you the opportunity, right? So many of us must have been wondering, oh, why am I applying and then I'm not getting call back, I'm not getting interviews, right? So these are some of the reasons, right? So another thing is visibility does not equate optimization, right? So some people have taken it as tradition. Oh, I have a LinkedIn profile. When I asked earlier, who has a LinkedIn profile? How many of us have LinkedIn profiles? And then I saw reactions and all of that. But many of us just feel like it ends there, but it doesn't end there, right? Visibility does not necessarily equate optimization, right? So the fact that you are there doesn't mean that you are qualified or you look qualified, right? So which is one of the things that we're going to be discussing, as time passes on this webinar. Another thing is presence does not equate positioning, right? You can be there, but you're not properly positioned, right? So that's what many of us think. We feel like, oh, so long I have a LinkedIn profile, so that when they're asking for people that have LinkedIn profiles, I can always raise my hands, right? So it's more than that. It goes beyond that, right? So I just need us to know all of that. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is that there are certain things you must know as professionals, right? So number one is what makes profile powerful. So we've discussed the fact that LinkedIn is a very good platform for networking, is an amazing platform for recruitment, and job search. It's an amazing platform for professional branding, right? But you also need to know what makes your profile powerful, right? What's that thing that you have on your profile that when recruiters come around, they see that, okay, things that you need to know. If you're following, I just want you to, let me see your reactions. I want to be sure that I'm not just talking and, I just want to be sure that we're getting what I'm talking about. All right, thank you, Samuel. Maybe I have a gift for Samuel after the session, but I really want this to be as interactive as possible. Thank you, Friday. All right, you can keep them coming, You can drop in the chat too. All right, thank you, Emmanuel, Michael. Thank you, thank you, Samuel. So you need to understand what makes your profile powerful, right? And how do recruiters search, right? Because the way you go to LinkedIn as a random person is different from how a recruiter search for people on LinkedIn, right? So when you're able to decode that method, thank you, good man. When you're able to decode that method, right, you are able to understand how to position yourself powerfully, right? So you also need to know the difference between an average and an optimized LinkedIn profile. There are many people that have average LinkedIn profiles. When you get on, from first glance, I can easily see that somebody is qualified for, a particular role or not. And this is how recruiters see things too, right? Because we are in that age where it's a fast-paced environment. Gone are the days where, just let me touch on resume writing. So from first glance, a recruiter can easily spot that you are not a good fit for the role. There are certain things they look at your structuring, your formatting. Are you following the modern method of drafting a professional resume? And at first glance, because there's this saying that recruiters spend 5 to 7 seconds on your resumes, right? And that's even for resumes that has passed the bots, right? When I mean bots, I'm talking about the ATS, applicant tracking system, right? If you're following me, just drop, let me see your reaction. So you need to understand that you cannot afford to do things haphazardly anymore, right? You have to be strategic with your professional presence, right? So the difference between an average and optimized LinkedIn profile, you need to understand that as a professional, and how to upgrade yours immediately. There's something I like about the business analysis school. After talking and doing all of the orientation and everything, there has to be a call to action. You have to act immediately. And that's going to bring me to my next point, that towards the end of this webinar, there's going to be a call to action, and you have to act immediately, right? So let's fire down. I want you to take a look at this profile. If you can see this profile, let me see your reactions. I want to be sure that you're following me. I want you to take a look at this profile, okay? Just to be sure that you can see it clearly. Let me see what's the first name on the profile. I also want to be sure that we have 100% of our attention. What's the first name on the profile? All right, I'm waiting. What's the first name on the profile? Thank you very much, Samuel. Jennifer, thank you. All right, so I want you to look at this profile properly, right? I want you to take a good look at it, right? Thank you, Blessing. So I want you to take a good look at this profile, right? I'm going to switch to another profile now, and I want you to decide. Now, I'm going to switch to the next profile. I want you to take a look at this profile as well, right? So just take a look at this profile. I'm going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. I'm going to go to the first profile again. I want you to look at it clearly, right? So this is profile one. Just let's name it this profile one, and this is profile two. So I want you to decide. We are looking at it from a standpoint of an employer. Between these two profiles, who would you hire? Let me just ask that question. Who would you hire between this profile and this profile? Who would you hire? I want your responses in the chat as soon as possible. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. All right. I want more answers. Thank you, Samuel. Okay,
Yeah,
profile two, profile two.
yeah.
So, let's have more answers. We're more than okay. Thank you, Oluwabumi. We have three answers now. I want us to have more. We have more people on this call. Thank you, Emmanuel. Profile two. Thank you very much. I might just have freebies for people that are answering my questions. Who knows, right? So I want us to have more. maybe some people may want to change their mind, right? And then let me switch to profile two again. All right. So, and the question popped up: who would you hire, right? And I see many of us picking profile two, profile two, profile two, profile two. Okay, so this is where, I want to have our attention. Now, you can just drop in the chat. I wouldn't want us to, like, unmute our mics for now, but you can just drop in the chat, like, why, what are your reasons? I can see like about 4 5 people pick profile two. So can you tell me why you picked, maybe one reason, just one reason per person, right? Why did you pick profile two? Profile two is well detailed and structured. Thank you very much. So being detailed and being properly structured. Okay, it's more professional. What do you mean by more professional, Nicholas? I would like to give more insight anyways. Okay, people keep saying more professional, cases more professionals. Okay. One acre. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that way. It looks more orderly, very well structured. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. You can keep the answers coming. You can keep the answers coming, right? So I really want to hear from us, right? I really want to know why we're not picking profile one anyway. So thank you for your answers, right? So I'm going to go into, maybe the possible reasons. Okay, somebody say it's more on AI structured and professional. Okay, I think I understand what you mean by that. Blessing, from the display picture and bio info, it's professional. Okay, okay, it communicates your career path. Profile two is more organized and formal. Thank you very much for your answers, right? I'm so glad to see that you're following, right? So I'm going to go back to profile one, right? So we're just going to compare and contrast. Now, when a recruiter comes on your LinkedIn profile, by the way, this information we are giving out, there are things that you may not have heard before, right? And that's why I want you to consider yourself lucky today, right? And I'm still going to be introducing you to something much later, right, in this webinar. And I want you to act fast. Act fast, 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 fast. Okay, I want to be sure that you're still following me. Just drop act fast in the chat. I want to see act fast because I want us to move with energy, right, on this webinar. I want you to also move with energy. So just drop act fast, act fast, act fast, act fast. You can put your thank you very much, good man. Thank you very much, good man. Thank you very much, Nicholas. Thank you, Friday. I want you to act fast, right? So I'm going to go to profile one and two. So we are just going to compare and contrast. When a recruiter comes on your profile, like I said, they can make their decisions in seconds. And you need to understand that we are now in a fast-paced environment. Every recruiter is not from your village. Gone are the days where you go to people and they say, "Oh, you are from my village. You are from, oh, I know you," and then you just think they can grant you the job on a platter of gold like that. Things have changed. Things have changed, right? So the job market is now dynamic. You have to be strategic. You cannot really drive it by emotions anymore. It's about the right. You're checking your list, right, and you are doing the right thing. So profile one, you have the banner, right? So according to profile one, Jennifer's banner is not placed there, right? So it's just as empty as it is when you open your LinkedIn profile. And these are some of the turn-offs, right, for recruiters, because they see that, okay, you don't even have enough information, and there's a reason why that place is there, right, for you to make use of it, right? So we've talked about the headline. I mean, we've talked about the banner. I'm going to go to profile two. I'm just going to be picking on these things one by one, right? So profile two has a LinkedIn banner and it carries a value proposition, right? So once you come on profile two, you can see that it drives personal and professional growth with AI for smarter habits and superior productivity, right? And there's also a CTA, follow me for the latest AI developments. I mean, seeing this alone would actually want to prompt you to connect with this person, right? So look at profile one, look at profile two, no LinkedIn banner. There's a LinkedIn banner. So I'm going to go to the headline as well. As you can see for profile one, there is no headline, right? And what's the purpose of the headline? To further drive your value proposition, right? So you want to ensure that once I come on your profile as a recruiter, right, or as an HR manager, I can clearly see what you're into, even without scrolling through your profile, right? So I get the message as soon as I get on your profile, right? So look at profile two. There is a LinkedIn headline there. right? And it's simplifying AI fueling daily productivity jabs at anybody. But I'm sure that there are many people who call that. You have maybe your birthday photo shoots on your LinkedIn profile, or maybe a selfie on your LinkedIn profile, right? I've seen many people like that, and I had to correct them. There has to be like a professional headshot, right? You can't just afford to use anything and just everything on your LinkedIn. It has to be professional, right? So I'm just going to do a comparison again. Look at this profile one and look at this profile two, right? So one is more professional, it's an headshot, it's a close up headshot. Like unlike this looks like a birthday photo shoot, right? And you don't want to have that on your LinkedIn profile because it makes you look a bit unprofessional, right? So you want to ensure that you look into that. All right. So thank you very much. If you're still following, let me see your reactions. Let me see your reactions, right? If you are still following. So about the problems, we've talked about, what are the gaps and all of that. Why you are going to be showing many of you why you actually, it looks more professional, it looks more structured, it down, right? So on this to take you through how you come about all of that, later in the webinar. Creating and engaging about session, customizing your LinkedIn URL. I'm sure many of us, when we go to our LinkedIn, when we click, our LinkedIn URL, it shows you what's it called? It shows you your it shows you your LinkedIn URL, and then you have a lot of figures, a lot of letters, a lot of everything in it, right? So you want to ensure that you work on customizing that. Wait, I'm still going to talk about much later. Detailed education and work experience with achievement, and of course, listing relevant skills. I want to ask a question here. Who knows the reason why we list relevant skills on our LinkedIn profile? Anybody? Anybody? Just drop it in the chat. Is there a reason? Do you know any? Because I'm sure that many of us must have seen, that placeholder, that prompts to, okay, put in your relevant skills. So profiles. All right, I'm going to be waiting for a comment on the chat. I believe that as professionals in big 2026, you should be able to see things and question it, right? So you see something and you're able to question it. Okay, why is this like this? Why is this like this? So that's how I need us to be thinking, right? And okay, so I've not gotten any answer yet. I'm still waiting. I'm hoping to like have one. I'm hoping to have an answer. You have a place where you are sharing your relevant skills, right, on LinkedIn. All right. So if there are no answers, I'm just going to go straight into the reason. So there are times when recruiters would want to look for professionals in a particular niche, right? Let's talk about maybe customer service, right? Or customer success, right? So most times they go on LinkedIn and they type search. And there's something called SEO, right? It helps your profile rank higher. So when you have under specific industry keywords in that niche that they are looking for, you want to ensure that your LinkedIn profile carries at least 80% of those keywords, right? And that's one of the reasons why you have to stay with me till the end of this, right? Because if you okay, we have an answer in the chat. Thank you, good man. All right, selling out your business, indicating what you're capable of doing. Thank you very much. That's one of the reasons, right? So you want to ensure that your profile carries at least 80% of that, because if not, you are not going to be properly positioned, right? And you're just going to be on LinkedIn, like we said initially. I'm going to take you back to this slide, where we have where we have presence is not equal to positioning. So you can be present, but you can be present and it will take like 12 months before they find you, right? So there are certain things, there are certain strategies that you should employ, right? To we've talked about, we've had little teas and what not to do. And because of time constraints, I wish I can like just go on and on and on and on like that. But then there is something powerful that has been prepared for you, especially for those that are on this call, that are currently on this call. You are going to be like first partakers if you act fast, right? So we already acknowledged that we're going to be acting fast in the comments initially. So I'm going to just take you to the next slide, and that's where I'll be introducing the career branding webinar, right? So I'm sure I've given you a little teaser, into the LinkedIn profile optimization and what you should do and what you shouldn't do, right? And how to position yourself properly. But there is still a lot more to all of this, because we've just highlighted, what should be, right, and what should not be. So there is a deeper knowledge into what we've discussed earlier. And that's why I'm going to be introducing the career branding webinar. And what's the career branding webinar is about? It's a high impact professional development session that has been designed to help ambitious professionals like you intentionally position yourself as credible, visible, and in-demand expert within your industries. So you can be a customer service representative, a data analyst, a business analyst, AI automations person, or what have you, right? But if you're not properly positioned, nobody will find you. If you're not properly positioned, opportunities will keep passing you by, right? So, and that's why I want you to take this part seriously, right? So I'm going to go to the next slide. And what are we going to be teaching in the career branding webinar? During the webinar, you'll be gaining practical knowledge on resume writing. We discussed resume writing initially, right? And, LinkedIn optimization. So we've just said a bit about LinkedIn optimization, but there's a deeper insight into it, right? So that's where we are going to be discussing this in the webinar. Cover letter, um, portfolio creation, interview preparation, and of course, to have a one-on-one career consultation with the in-house career coach, right? So all of these things are things that as professionals you should know. There are things that you should know, because these are the things that can accelerate your career, that can cause you some tremendous level of career development, of career advancement, right? So you want to ensure that you're not stuck in these areas of knowledge, right? So resume writing, LinkedIn optimization, cover letter, portfolio creation, interview preparation, and one-on-one career consultation, right? So these are some of the things that we're going to be highlighting in the career branding webinar, right? So if you're following, let me just see your reactions. Let me see your emojis. Let me see. Just drop something in the chat as we proceed, right? So who is the webinar for? I mentioned, young people that are preparing for employment. There are probably people on this call that, you just finished from school, you just finished your NYSC, and you're confused. Okay, what way do I go? How do I get myself out there? You just have a lot of questions in your mind. And that's one of the reasons why the career branding webinar has been put in place, to help answer all of those questions, right? And mid-level career professionals as well. You're probably having a nice career already, but then you're still seeking clarity and career growth, because you cannot afford to stay redundant. You can't afford to stay in the same position, right? So you want to ensure that you are part of the career branding webinar, and also for senior level professionals that are seeking promotion and career development. Thank you very much. So I'm going to be moving to this slide, and you acknowledge that you were going to act fast in the comments the other time. And like I said, as participants of this particular webinar, you are going to be first partakers, right? Only if and only if you act fast. So I want you to do something very, very quickly. I want you to take your phones or anything, and just scan the barcode you have on your screen at the moment. Just scan it, or you reach out to the numbers that are displayed on your screen. I'm going to keep it here for quite a number of seconds so you can have, a good view and ensure that you connect. So, because there are certain things that we've prepared in the webinar that are available to people that have attended this particular webinar. So you want to ensure that you're acting fast and you're securing your spot, right? We've talked about the possibilities of, discussing the resume writing, LinkedIn optimization, cover letter, interview prep and what have you. So this is the opportunity to act fast. I want you to scan the barcode and ensure scan the barcode at the moment. Just take down the numbers. Just ensure you reach out. Just send the text, right? Just send career branding. Send career branding. Send career branding. Career branding. Career branding or career branding webinar. I'm going to put that in the chat, so that you can know what to send, or maybe just get to copy it. So make sure you get through to that number like right now, right now, right now. I want you to do that right now, right now, right now, right now. So scan the barcode and get through to any of these numbers. If you're done with that, just type done in the comments. Type done in the comments. I want to see how quick we are, because we already acknowledged initially that we are going to be acting fast. So please, or if possible, you may want to just take a screenshot, right? But I want you to, acknowledge in the comments. I want to be sure that we are acting fast, just like we acknowledge. We had about like 10, 12 people acknowledge that they were going to act fast. So I'm waiting, or let me just see your reactions or your comments. I just want to be sure that we're taking that action right now, because I'm about to move to the next screen, right? So you want to ensure that you are doing this as fast as you can. I'm still going to be waiting on our comments. I've not seen any comment or any reaction. I'm just going to be waiting. I'm going to be waiting. You can reach out to any of the numbers via WhatsApp, right? Those numbers are available on WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Bengal Money was the first person to act fast, right? So let's see how many more people have been able to act fast, right? So scan the barcode or get through to the number very, very quickly. I'm about to move to the next slide. So you want to ensure that you are doing this as soon as you can. I want to believe that some of us are doing that already. Thank you very much, Sabo. So I need more reactions. I need more comments, just to be sure that we have, been able to get through to any of these WhatsApp numbers or scan the barcode. Thank you very much. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Samuel. So I'm going to come back to this particular screen. But once you are done, I believe you can hear me. Just drop in the comments. Done, 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 done. Just drop in the comment done. Right. So I'm going to come back and check in the comments to see those who have taken action. Right. So I'm going to move to the next slide, like I mentioned. And I know that many of us might have one or two questions, about the career branding webinar that I've just shared with us, right? And one of those questions might be, when is the webinar happening? And that's one of the reasons why I said you need to act fast, because it's going to be happening this Saturday. This Saturday. So you want to ensure that you're acting fast. For those of you that have, taken the barcode or the numbers, make sure you reach out right on this call, right on this call, right on this call. The webinar will be happening on 21st, Saturday 21st. Very, very important. You take note of the date. And another question might be, can you invite a friend or colleague to join? Yes, of course you can, right? So once you've been able to act, you are going to see details. You're going to see more details about the webinar, and you can, of course, share with your friends. Do I need to prepare anything before joining? Of course, right? You need to get your writing materials and you need to be attentive. Very, very important, right? Very important. And of course, you have to be in a space where, you have no disturbance so that you can get the best out of what we are going to be discussing, right? Very, very important. And will there be a Q&A sessions? Of course, there will be a Q&A sessions where you can ask your questions. It's going to be very, very interactive, right? So by the way, that brings me to Q&A. If you have any questions, regarding what we've been discussing, please ensure you start dropping them in the chat so that we can attend to them like immediately, right? So another thing is the webinar free or paid? For now, the webinar is free, right? So you want to ensure that you're reaching out as soon as possible. Scan the barcode and get through to the numbers. The webinar is totally free, right? So ensure you are doing that as soon as possible, right? So I'm going to go back to this slide, and I'll be handing over to Precious. So I'm just going to go back to this slide. So ensure that you are scanning the barcode and also getting through to the numbers. And if you have questions, please ensure that you are dropping them in the chat, right away so that we can attend to them. Thank you very much. I'm going to be handing over to Precious now.
All right. Thank you, Coach, for such an insightful session. Please, let's follow the coach's directives. If you're interested, just sign the barcode and put it in the chat that you've done so. Yeah, thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you very much. So please scan. Let's get this done with so that we can close the session. It's been such a pleasure having you. Thank you so much, Coach.
Friday. Let's go ahead
and again.
Please, we can't hear you.
Let me confirm.
Can you hear me now? Is it better? Can you hear me? Hello? I'm sorry, Ethan, I think you need to mute your mic, please. Okay, great. So yes, we've had an insightful session so far. We've learned about the different programs we offer at this analysis school, and we've also had a chance to learn something insightful about optimizing our LinkedIn and how to put the right thing so that we can get seen. And also, Coach has given us a breakdown of what to expect in the upcoming webinars. If I were you, I would take advantage of that. Just in case you didn't scan earlier, here's the code. Please scan so that you can register for the webinar. It's happening this Saturday. You don't want to miss. Also, you can take a shot of the numbers on the screen. You can take a snapshot. You can take a photo of the numbers on the screen, and you can contact. These are enrollment advisors. If you need clarity, if you need information or anything, feel free to reach out to them, and they will give you all the answers you need. Please, once you're done scanning the barcode, you can just indicate it in the chat. You can say done. Move to the next level. Okay. I think somebody's mic is unmuted. If your mic is unmuted, please mute. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Please let's mute our mic so that we don't affect the flow. All right. Okay, thank you. So yeah, as I was saying, so yes, to scan the barcode, please do so, and then indicate in the chat that you don't do the webinar is this Saturday and you don't want to miss. Also, I know I talked a lot about the programs we offered here. I talked about the CAP program, that is the Certified AI Accelerator program, which we have the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 programs, which is Build, Grow, and Scale. If you're interested in learning more about this program as well, if you want to go into business analysis, if you want to dive deep into AI, if you want to learn data, if you want to learn product management as well. If you also just want career branding services, we have those options here at the Business Analysis School. These are the numbers you can contact, and you can also scan the barcode, and it will take you directly to the chat of our enrollment advisor. So ready to invest in that career, ready to invest in the future, please reach out and we would get you started on your journey today. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining the session. It was really great having you here. If you have any questions, final questions as we wrap up the session, you can go ahead and ask. As we come to a close, it's 5 p.m. already, and I don't want to keep us here any longer. Our classes are virtual.
Sorry,
okay.
Sorry, can I ask a question?
Okay, yeah, please go on.
Okay, is the class going to be virtual or visual? Is it going to be physical?
Okay, so our classes are virtual and they happen in real time. So they are interactive classes. We host our classes on Zoom and they are live. They happen live. So they are not replays or recorded classes. They are live virtual classes. I hope that answers your question. Okay, do we have any other questions to ask?
Something.
Any other questions, guys? If you have questions, let's ask our questions before we bring the session to a close. All right, thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, everybody. It's been such a pleasure hosting you here today. Thank you, Coach Faith, for that beautiful session. I'm sure everybody enjoyed it. Please use the barcode, scan the barcode, take a shot of the numbers on the screen and start the conversations today. Get started. If you need clarity, talk to the enrollment advisors. They'll give you a complete breakdown. They'll give you structure. They'll tell you what you need, and they'll help you get started. Basically, if there's anything that's fogging in your head, if you need, just in-depth knowledge, more knowledge about what we do here at Best Analysis School, please utilize the links on the screen. Call those numbers, reach out to them, or scan the barcode, and to take you directly to their contact page. Okay, so we don't have physical classes right now, but we offer trainings from time to time at our office here in Lagos. So you can keep your eye peeled. Also, we'll send you emails, promotional content, and notify you if those trainings or workshops happen, right? And sometimes we also host this career branding services on site as well in our Lagos office. So just keep your eyes peeled for those sessions. But for now, our classes hold virtually because we have people from different parts of the world tuning in, and that is the best way, to host these people together in the same room. So virtual classes, but in real time. So it feels like you're actually in a live classroom. So thank you much, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to meet everybody. It was great to have you all here. I love the interactiveness. I love the engagement. I love that you're all willing to learn and you were, very, very invested in this session. We host the sessions every month. So see you same time next month. Yeah, March. It would be great to host you here and see what we have in store for you next month. So it was lovely hosting you. My name is Precious, like I said, and I'm the program buddy here at the Business Analysis School. Thank you and good night. All right, bye everybody.